for some of us, some of the best things that God offered to us feel negative. Okay, and I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Pat's here. I got to ride with Pat last Friday. It's been like a month ago. Pat, you don't know this, but when I pulled out of Deadwood, all of a sudden another deputy was behind me. And I'm 60 years old, and I've been a good boy for a long time. And I still get the feeling of, what did I do wrong? I mean, I never was a real bad kid, but I was always driving cars that shouldn't be driven. I was always being asked to drive cars that to go get them fixed or whatever. And so they didn't have sometimes licenses, tags. They didn't have tail lights. They didn't have. I mean, I got a citation once going to Kansas. I was hauling a car and a trailer for a friend down back to Kansas, and I got pulled over in Hot Springs, and I had 35 citations of things that were wrong. And he didn't catch that I was barefoot. And at that time, I think it was illegal. And he says, I think you were speeding because it took me forever to catch you. And I didn't tell him my speedometer didn't work, so I didn't know. But anyway, I don't know about you, but I have this, nervousness to this day. And all these people with luggage racks make me crazy because they all look like police cars. Anyway, so this deputy's following me. I'm going, gosh, I'm not doing anything wrong. And I just left Pat, and I did. Oh, it'd be so bad to be pulled over right now for some stupid thing. And all of a sudden, his lights go on. And I'm going, oh, my fears come upon me. And so I'm trying to figure out how to pull over, he's right behind me. The siren comes on, and I'm going, where do I get off? And all of a sudden, he goes right around me. Whew. Wasn't me. And so I head over, and I actually followed him up towards Spearfish, and he was up there with an RV or something. Anyway, then I got on the interstate, and I'm just thinking, John, you're so weird to still have these guilt feelings when you're not guilty, and I still feel this, And then all of a sudden, a highway patrolman's right behind me, and he comes up, flying up, and goes right behind me, and he's, and I'm going, now what? Because he didn't act right. Because it's like you don't come flying up and then go behind unless you're checking tags and checking, and they go, and sure enough, boom, the lights come on. Oh my gosh. About the time I'm ready to pull over, around me he goes, and I go, hallelujah, another accident. I said all that to just say sometimes some of the greatest things God's trying to communicate to us, we still take negatively in our hearts. And here's just a real great thing coming from God. Say, trust me and obey me, and you'll be blessed. And we go, do I have to? Anybody know what I'm talking about? It's almost like that word obey is like it's time to go to school. It's time to do your chores. It doesn't ring with positiveness of, oh, goody. And yet, really, in all reality, that's what it is. Trust me. And what I tell you to do will supernaturally bless you if you do it. The word for obey is actually it's in the Greek. The language is a lot different than ours in the fact that when it says, "Do you hear?" The word "hear" and "obey" are interchangeable. Actually, they mean it all. What that means is, you've heard, comprehended, and are doing it. And it's not that, we say, oh, I heard you, but I'm not going to do it. And there's many Greek words, or one in particular just says, when you hear and understand and do it, that means you actually heard it. And it's just like when you say, I know, and Marjorie, the gal that's helping me with my health, just said, man, so many people, I'll say something to them and they say, oh, I know. And she says, I want to say, no, you don't know, because you're not doing it. If you would have been doing it, you wouldn't be where you are today. So don't tell me you know, because again, the word means, in that context, to know it means I'm actually comprehend it, understand it, and I'm doing it. And if you're not doing it, you're deceived, you don't know. And so I think about how much of our walk with the Lord is so twisted. And I've had many conversations even this week with some people, and just interesting. And by doing it, I realize how much I've changed from a child and from a teenager. And as all these years, how much I see the world so differently, how much I see God so differently, more and more. And yet I still have, if a patrolman pulls in behind me and the lights go on, I still have some of them old feelings. And it's even with my walk with the Lord. I see God so differently now than I've ever seen him, but I still have some of this remnant of these feelings of a God that is demanding and that I'm not going to measure up to.